Hey guys, Sordax here, and finally, finally I get to do a deck profile on the Nova Grappler Stride. Yeah, so a few days ago I got my final card, and everything is all good now. Yeah, so this is like my favorite deck out of the whole newest Generation Stride booster box. It's so good. This deck is all it reminds me a lot of my Beastie deck because a lot of the cards stand other rear guards, but they also give a 5,000 power boost, which is really good. And yeah, this deck reminds me a lot of my Beastie deck. So yeah, so let's just get started. So for starting Vanguard, we run the Extreme Battler Runbhol, yeah. So he is essentially a Generation Break 1 Riot Horn, where when there's Generation Break 1, when a card in the same column stands, he stands as well. So essentially you'll always be getting a 5K boost whenever one of your rear guards in the same column as him stands. So obviously really good. Riot Horn was like the best starting Vanguard when you play a Beastie deck, so you can run him too. I've seen other people use the Grade 3 Searcher, but I just like Runbhol better because Riot Horn ability. So for Grade 3s, we run 4 Extreme Battler Victor. He is obviously the key card of the deck, that's why you run 4 of him. So basically his Generation Break ability is Generation Break 2. When this unit attacks the Vanguard, he gets plus 5k until end of battle. Then choose one of your rear guards, stand it, and that rear guard gets plus 5k. So essentially it's standing. How I like to call it, stand for days. Now stand for day plus 5k. Yeah. So basically it's pretty good because you're getting because obviously Victor himself is getting plus 5k in Generation Break 2. Then you're also standing a rear guard giving it plus 5k. So yeah, you're swinging for big numbers and you're standing a rear guard and giving it more numbers. And then his stride break ability is during the turn your G unit strides, choose one of your Vanguard and that unit gets an auto ability, Counterblast 1. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your rear guards and stand it, and that unit gets plus 5k until end of turn. And this ability cannot be used for the rest of the turn. So, again, more standing and giving plus 5k to your rear guard, which is really good. You're restanding, so multiple attacks on one turn, which is really good. And Victor looks so cool. Oh my God, look at it. So cool. God, Novas look so much better now. Okay, next you run 3 Extreme Leader Raybird. He's a promo card, which I don't remember where you get it from. You get it from your attorney against card shop. I'm not sure they're giving it out now, but yeah. So yeah, promo card. His ability is Generation Break 1, Counterblast 1. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your rear guards, stand it, and give plus 5k. So, not as good as Victor's ability when he strides on, or Victor's Generation Break 2 ability, because this card has to hit, but it's still good. So it put pressure on your opponent because they don't want you to stand another rear guard for another attack. Yeah, and his second ability is he also has a stride break ability. His second ability is that during the turn that your G unit strides, choose one of your Vanguard and that unit gets plus 5k. So you're essentially getting so when you stride you're getting plus 5k, and that's about it. Nothing too special. And yeah, nothing too special. He's just, I guess, the backup stride break because of that plus 5k. Finally, we run 2 Extreme Leader Musashi. He's basically I don't really use this card much. He's basically a Strive fodder, but his ability is Generation Break 1, Counter Blast 2. Choose one of your rear guards. That unit gets plus 2k until end of turn. Then choose one of your opponent's rear guards with this with attack power less than that unit you chose and retire it. So basically, you're forcing your opponent to retire a rear guard which is less than your than whatever unit you chose. Yeah, so it's good to thin out their field. Maybe get rid of an intercept. Yeah, anything plus 2k can get rid of at least a 9k intercept. So yeah. And then his auto ability is Soul Blast 1. When this unit is placed in the Vanguard circle, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose one card from your hand, call it to rear guard, and that card gets, and then choose one of your units, and that unit gets plus 5k. So this is kind of a like a Royal Paladin Ultimate thing, which is kind of weird, but it's not that bad, I guess. To give plus 5, you gain plus 5 on a unit, so it's okay. For grade 2s, we run 1, 2, 3, 4 Extreme Battler Gunzork. He's the Generation Break 1 12k attacker when you're attacking the Vanguard. And nothing much else to say. 12k attacker. Next we run... Oh, let's go back there. Whoa. We run 4 Cool Hank. Cool Hank is basically another key card in this deck. Because his ability is Generation Break 1, Counter Blast 1. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, if this unit is boosted, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your other rear guards, stand it, and that unit gets plus 5k until end of turn. And this ability cannot be used for the rest of the turn. So again, more standing. Like I said before, this deck is all about standing and get plus 5k. Stand for Dayz. Again, it reminds me so much of Beast Duties because of this. Yeah. So have a unit behind him, boost it, attack, then stand in rear guard. Probably you would have Gunzork, give it plus 5k. So yeah, a lot of standing, and this card is really good. He's basically like another Victor, basically, yeah. So yeah, Cool Hank. And finally, last grade 2s, we run old card, BT1 guys, Hungry Dumpty. Yeah, so good because he's 9k attacker, and good because of his ability. When you place him onto the rear guard, if you have a Nova Grappler Vanguard, you can unflip 1 card. So this deck is pretty counterblast heavy because you're counterblasting at least 1 to activate, like, to stand other rear guards. So you're gonna be going through a lot of counterblasts. So having some unflippers, you need a lot of unflippers. So yeah, having a lot of unflippers in this deck is gonna help you save counterblast. So yeah, but 3 of him. Hungry Dumpty, set 1. For grade 1s, we run 4 Extreme Battler Arashid. He is the Strider, as my friends call it. He basically pays for stride because he gets plus 2 grade, and he's also searching for a Victor when you place him in the rear guard circle. And that's about it. Next, we run old school card number 2. We run, we run 3. I believe it's 3. I could be wrong. I feel like I should be running 4, but yeah. I have 3 Claydol Mechanics, another old card. Yeah, same thing as Hungry Dumpty. When he's placed on the rear guard circle, you can unflip 1 card in the damage zone. Yeah, unflipping. Yeah, so save counterblast once again. Next you run two Toolkit Boys. They're 5k booster, but if the attack hits this unit boosts, you can flip 1. So more flipping. So yeah, more flipping. Finally, we run 4 of the new Unflipper Sentinels. So I'm pretty everybody should know this by now, but yeah, when you perfect guard and you have a copy of her in the drop zone, you can unflip one. And yeah. And finally, for triggers, we run 6 crits, 4 red lightnings because they're the put into soul unflip one. 6 draws because we need draw power in this deck. You want to try to get certain cards in your hand. And obviously we run 4 heals because heals are going to heal. And finally, for grade 4s, our main stride unit is going to be Meteokaiser Victoplasma. Yeah, so he's your main stride unit because his ability is Counterblast 2 and unflip 1 copy of him from the G zone face up. If you pay the cost, and you have more than 2 cards up face up in your G zone, this unit loses triple drive check, so he's only drive check twin drive now, and he gets the ability choose 2 cards from your hand and discard them. At the end of the battle that this unit attacks a Vanguard, you may pay the cost, and you can stand this unit, and you can't use it for the rest. You can't use the ability for the rest of the turn. So, restanding Vanguard, very good, really good. You may lose you may only get twin drive check, but restanding Vanguard is always good because you know why? Because you always twin drive checking again. You're getting more cards into your hand. You could be potentially getting more triggers and making it hard, putting a lot of pressure on your opponent to drop cards from the hand to guard the attack. So again, like, very good card, Victoplasma. And finally, our last grade 4s, we run the Nova Stride unit, which is Vic-Ten. So his ability is Victor, but without the counterblast, and it has to hit. So it's more like Raybird, where so it's more Raybird's ability that when this unit attack hits, choose one of your rear guards, and it gets a standing. It gets plus 5k. So yeah, it's a basic stride. So yeah, nothing much else to say about this guy. And that's it for this deck profile, guys. Again, I really like this deck. Nova Grapplers is one of my favorite clans. I think I said that before. So yeah, and this deck reminds me so much of my old Beast Deity deck because of all the abilities of restanding your rear guards, and yeah, and also Victoplasma restanding to attack again reminds you of Ethic Buster Reverse. So yeah, this deck is basically like my successor to my Beast Deity deck. So anyways, that's all for this deck profile, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.